I think probably like the nerdiest thing I did in regards to like my early anime days and Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball alike was if you go to Chinatown here in Chicago, they would have posters. And the posters would have characters on it that you hadn't seen yet. So I would see like the purple haired dude, I see Trunks, I'm like, okay, who's that dude with the sword? He looks awesome. Why is he not in the show yet? Or like with even Sailor Moon, like Sailor Moon have her different dress from when she went in like Super Sailor Moon or whatever. And I'm like, yo, why is her dress different? That's weird. Why is she having a different scepter? What's going on? I don't understand. Why is it different? Is there more to come? Is this just a poster? I don't get it. And I would like freak out. So I would buy all the posters to try to like piece together what was happening in the storylines. Like I knew what a Super Saiyan was before I knew what Super Saiyan was. Like I would see like the gold haired Goku and go, what is going on with his hair? I don't understand. And then my family finally got the internet and I looked it all up and I was like, oh, I should stop buying these posters now. Recently, Hulu has announced they're going to be putting out new Sailor Moon dubs and subtitle episodes. And they're putting them out, like, I think 4 at a time every week. And it's pretty amazing because they're taking the show that I grew up with and making it new all over again just in time for the anniversary. And they're making a brand new show, like, to start over the entire thing. So I'm like, what? That's crazy. You might be hearing me talk about this and go, okay, Sailor Moon, that's for girls. You're a boy. And I'm like, yes, this is true, but big butt here. Now you know how I like big butts. Sailor Moon was actually my first anime, so I have a big affinity for it. Like I remember being a kid and growing up and wake up in the morning. Like I wake up really early in the morning all the time. It's a bad habit I have from like Saturday morning cartoons. Because you know, if you woke up at 6 in the morning, there were like maybe 2 extra cartoons you could watch that weren't part of the regular lineup. So I would do that a lot. So because of that, I woke up really early all the time for school too. So I woke up at like 6 in the morning and I saw one day, it was like this weird cartoon where the girls had big eyes and they were transforming and all this stuff and I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, okay, what is this thing? And so I watched it and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then right after that was over, Dragon Ball would come on. The original Dragon Ball, not DBZ, the original Dragon Ball. And I remember because it only had like maybe like 15 episodes maybe, and they kept playing the same ones over and over and over again. Same thing with Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon had the same set of episodes they kept playing over and over and over again. I was like, why do they keep looping this thing? Are they gonna finish it or what? But I would get into the story because I had nothing else to watch while I ate my cereal. And it just blew my mind how different this animation was and how awesome it was, and how action-packed it was, and how like silly it was, and yet still kind of serious at the same time. Like the things I was watching as a child back then were nothing like this. Like it changed the way I drew. I was an artist as a kid, so I drew on everything. I started drawing all my characters with like big eyes, and Sailor Moon was one of the biggest influences for that. So because of that, when people like knock Sailor Moon, I'm like, no man, you can't knock that. You can't knock the Sailor Senshi. You know what I'm saying? They are the original heroes. They made this anime thing hot. Had they not caught on, they would not have continued to license other properties. You know what I mean? Like they made it what it is today. And it's amazing. Like, gosh. And I remember I went, where did I go? I got older and I went to high school and Cartoon Network picked up Sailor Moon and started fleshing out and putting out more episodes. And I was like, yes, 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 finally completion. And then I found out they're never gonna really complete the series in the Americas because of, you know, pro stuff with the anime industry and all this other stuff. But there were people still working on it. And this is how I also got into fan subs. Because I was trying to hunt down these Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball episodes to find out what was going on because it started getting more and more heated. Rini showed up. If you don't know who Rini is her pink daughter. The storyline of Sailor Moon was really kind of like hard to keep track of for me, to be honest. It's been so many years, which is why I'm now watching the series on Hulu, and I implore you all to do it as well. It's really cool that they're actually keeping this like this subtitle version so far really true to what it was, because it's kind of like what they did with Dragon Ball initially with like the Home for Infinite Losers. They Americanized a lot of things and took out a lot of the Japanese stuff and a lot of like the more like crass things and more of the fan service. They took all that stuff out, but that's now back in the Hulu run. So you get to see the show the way it was meant to be seen. And that in itself is just freaking great and exciting for someone that grew up on anime the way that I did. Like I grew up when you had to go to the video store. I think we had like, what was the video store we went to? Suncoast? Yeah, we had Suncoast out here. So I go to Suncoast and I had to have an adult. Didn't matter who the adult was, any adult. The adults had to rent the anime for you because they had deemed all of it for adults. I remember I would go in there sometimes now and get like a random adult to let me get the videos, which now in retrospect is like crazy that some random lady, I remember it was one lady that did it for me. One random lady was like, oh yeah, go ahead and get this thing with the girl with her bust out. I think it was an anime which was not for kids. It was called My. And I remember like there was a scene in that thing that I was so excited to watch, where the girl put her boob up to the door and her doorbell was actually her nipple, and it was like ding dong, and then the guy realized it was actually her nipple and he goes ah, because guys in animes are afraid of women a lot. I don't ever understand that, but they are. But anyway, I'm losing my point. That was just my introduction to anime, and it got the doors open. But I remember I had to really get other people to like even help me watch anime. I had friends who started figuring out what this stuff was, like Go-Go 13 and things like that. And then we were like getting the Right Stuff catalog, and I was like, yo, let's order this and this and this, and it was just so great. It was such a new and amazing thing. It's like when the internet first got here. Like, it was just crazy. So you guys don't even know, the younger guys who are watching this, people that are watching this, don't even know how easy you have it. Where like you can just freaking find anime on Crunchyroll or on Hulu or on Netflix. It's just right there to your door. I had to work for my anime, and my doorway to get to that anime was Sailor freaking Moon. So when I say to you, she is the one named Sailor Moon, she is the one. And she deserves respect, love, and honor. Because if it wasn't for her, none of this will be possible. Not the way it is now. Sailor Moon opened doors. She broke down barriers. She is a warrior and a goddess. A space goddess. So if someone says they love Sailor Moon and they're a man, don't make fun of them. Shake their hand. Because they probably made this thing possible for all of us. They made this fandom what it is today. Sailor Senshi and those like it deserve your respect. That's all I gotta say. Ever use teleport.